Matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year, with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. Look
at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Justin Jefferson, and all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence and they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I made a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, still on his feet. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
There we go. 60 Bobcats. Go.
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Go! Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. For a lot of people, MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. You're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
When you look at this defense, they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. J.K. Dobbins standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Gets around him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
What's up?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Albert O, 31 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Wishnowsky set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 187 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Dobbins trying the left side. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Catch made by Slayton. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
To the air, May. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Third and 12.
Crazy.
Looking to throw. May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
35-35. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum and were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 6. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught. Mitchell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw, it's May. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll throw with May. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, plenty go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Mark Andrews, 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. A officially it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19 Tiger.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton, 26 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Ravens 42.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you could go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
102 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. 14 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third.
Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, He might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Okuwogbunam. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
Play action. May. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Alec Ryermanner, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. There he goes again. Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.K. Dobbins with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
63. Browns, 56.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Ready, set.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Stretch the eagle, stretch the eagle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's May. Gets past one man. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll get that complete to Alvaro. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. From the gun, again to Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. May going to bat this one forward. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, now they'll try the end around. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Bellinger, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Browns, 56.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Panther 11. Ready? 65 catch, 65 catch, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. There he goes, right side. Now look out to the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 56. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of playing it.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, throw.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from the head coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Set. 60 biceps.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Driving 60.
Brings up 2nd and 7
Go.
at the 26.
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Baltimore, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.